It's my buddy Tomba Hat sent me this thread, and I found it very interesting because it's somebody that works at IGN and Crunchyroll as a writer, openly calling fans of the show Fire Force, not directly. So she says, if you like the show, that's fine. You're not a misogynist. But if you praise the show, you are. You can't make this stuff up. Take a look at this. So before we get started with this story, if you want to support the channel, check out my Teespring store. You'll find a link in the description. You'll find search such as this one, a Soye story. Okay, so I had never heard of this Fire Force show before this post, so I might have to check it out. Apparently it's on Crunchyroll, though maybe I'll just sail the high seas to find it, huh? Because it's quite funny that Crunchyroll has this show, and they are openly okay with somebody who writes for their platform trashing on their customers. That I always found ridiculously funny. So it's funny, they'll say, well, this person sitting here, she's just a contractual employee. We only pay her to write articles. And it's like, well, writes for Crunchyroll and IGN, that seems to be repping your brand right there. So apparently you do endorse everything she says. I find that contractual thing the weakest argument. Just like Vic said in that video I broke down before, they don't seem to realize, or they do realize and don't care, that people don't see contractual freelancer. They see this person repping the brand. And that's all people see. And that's what really annoys people. So look at this trash. Amazing how people will simplify historical drama about overcoming cynical violence and the importance of atonement. It's favor of a show that condemns women for wanting to be as competent as men, but makes it a recurring gag because it's, well, animated and looks cool. Liking Fire Force does not make you a misogynist, but maybe praising it for being a good show and choosing to ignore its sexist undercurrent in favor of aesthetics in a medium where women are already framed as difficult to deal with or pathetic makes you misogynistic. And so I love doing that voice because I see them as very pompous people looking down on their ivory tower. They're really fake people, to be honest. The fakest of fake. They're like walking bags of human elements. That's it. It's really disturbing that this person works at Crunchyroll. And like I said before, this person says it's okay if you like the show, but if you praise it as a good show, well, you're a misogynist. Of course you are. Of course you are. How do you get so worked up over a Shonen Jump cartoon about firefighting? How does that fire you up? Goes on to a big rant about how, women have been fighting for certain rights and stuff. And it's like, dude, it's just an anime. And I always found it funny that, people in America or the West in general are always the moral foundation of everything. Those are always the ones that know where the moral goalposts should be. Heads up, women. Heads up, women already have to fight tooth and nail for comforts men have in the workplace, so maybe turning that into a gag and demeaning them isn't the best. Message to send to a young generation where we want to uplift and reward women for being ambitious. Well, you don't get to decide what Japan does with their stuff. You live in America, and unfortunately, the Japanese can do whatever they want. They can write whatever they want. They can animate whatever they want, and there's nothing you can do. Now, this can get hundreds of retweets and likes. It won't really matter. This is what I love about Japanese animation and manga is, see, if this was an American show, you would have whatever studio come down. This person would be sitting on their poop bucket because they don't have a throne. And I doubt the bathroom works. They don't know how to fix that and pay to somebody to maintain it. So they have a poop bucket, and it's made into a makeshift throne where they sit on it. And literally, this big businessman in a very nice suit will come, bend down, and kiss the open-toed, worn-down, 30-year-old tennis shoe that was passed down from 2 generations of family while this person sits on a poop bucket. They will kiss that foot so that they stop tweeting. This is what always blows my mind, that these pathetic, broke people can just sit there and just rile people up. And that's why I love when they complain about Japanese animation, because there's literally there's nothing that they can do about it. And not great satisfaction about that. So the final one, I see a people when the takes that appears for this season aren't going to be wow. We need to have a conversation about shonen series that put down women as simple humor. But hey, this BL genre is bad, and boy, are female audience-driven shows bad in general. So, yes, the genre is for boys. Shonen Jump, I believe, means young man. I always find it funny when people come in. It's like, it's okay that something isn't for you. That's what I'll never understand about these people. It's okay that it's not for you. You don't have to watch it, because isn't that the argument that you always make about stuff people complain about? Well, it's not for you. This isn't for you. But since you work at Crunchyroll and IGN, I fully expect an article to come out saying that this series is terrible. But the great thing about it is that they're just going to sit there and laugh at you, where they'll laugh and then the subtitle will say laughs and money, because they don't care what you have to say. Over there, they're all about business. They're all about business. So I love this because a normal person comes in and says, shoujo manga anime isn't SSN. How does this work? Both are two sides of a coin where tropes and cliches are the very essence of it, which is absolutely true. All of Shonen Jump, pretty much like series, have certain cliches. They all follow and share. These shows are primarily works of fiction with the purpose of entertainment. Ethics and education are the family's responsibility. I 100% agree. But then this person comes and says, nothing functions in a social vacuum. This is precisely why, as consumers, we need to be aware of what we are consuming. Hence what I literally said in these 3 tweets. And then another normal person comes in, and we do know. We don't need you to lecture us on what we should and shouldn't. Enjoy, especially on a social platform. I didn't say liking it makes you misogynist, is what I expect you to say but maybe praising it. So, in other words, you're not misogynistic, but bite me? And then, oh, what a surprise. They got blocked. And then we got this person come, how obvious is the sexism from the first episode? It's not awful, but second episode is right away kicks up into yikes territory for me. These people, man. Amazing how people will simplify a historical drama about overcoming cynical violence and the importance of atonement in favor of a show that condemns women for wanting to be as competent as men. And they make it a recurring gag because it's well animated and it looks cool. I do love that every comment on here is clapback, pretty much, saying, this is why I haven't bothered renewing my Crunchyroll subscription. You people are insane. I quit as well. Makes me sick supporting wannabe gatekeepers like that with my money. I don't know why they hire them. It's like a vegan in McDonald's telling you enjoy the burger, only if you don't ignore the undercurrent of you causing climate change and animal abuse. So everyone in here is giving her clap back. But I find this funny. What would you? Is Crunchyroll just? Yeah, I don't get it. What are you doing? These people are so miserable. Could you imagine like some anime hangout? Like remember if you're in college, there's probably an anime like group fan club you can hang out with. Could you imagine like a group of anime fans and friends that get together and they're like sitting there? Did you watch the latest episode of Fire Hose? I enjoyed it quite indubiously, but it was quite sexist and offensive for my taste. What about you, Joti? Did you currently see the show's fun, or did you also see it for the sexist, misogynistic ismphobes that it presented on a glorious level? Like, these people, they don't know how to have fun. I don't get it. It's like they will go to a theme park, and they would see a roller coaster and they would say, well, I believe that roller coaster is racist because a black man built it or something. Like, can't you people just have fun? These people are all going to die young because they're stressed and mad and angry all the time. You don't live a long life like that. So they're literally going to like be all stressed out and have hernias and ulcers at like 32 because they're so mad about everything. So Crunchyroll, clean your house up. Why are you employing people that say that the people that like your anime that you show on your platform are ismphobes for liking it? That's kind of ironic, and I don't understand that. So anyway, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure you still subscribe. Share the video if you enjoy it. That's pretty much how things work now because YouTube is not sharing people's content anymore. Unless you're authoritative content. So you know how that works. And check out the Teespring store. Check out my Twitch, my Patreon. Particularly my Twitch because I'm trying to build that platform up. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.